Why do you refer to Big Brother as they?
When was this, Big Brother?
A few moments ago, when you were summoned to the diary room.
Oh, it was definitely a mistake. It wasn't something that I was thinking about. It was definitely just a mistake.
Welcome to your diary session.
Thank you, Big Brother. Thank you for having me.
How are you doing today?
Chilling, doing okay. Trying to work on the wager task.
And how are preparations coming along?
They're okay. Ideas bouncing around. I think the whole team, the whole level, just trying to come up with different ideas right now. And obviously, thanks to you, we just got the materials we need to start bringing those ideas to life. So we're just in the garden trying to figure that out.
Sheggz.
Yes, Big Brother.
This week's theme is called Afrofuturism.
Yes, Big Brother.
What does this mean to you?
It means a lot, to be honest. Speaks volumes when it comes to who we are currently, just with the world, how things are going, how Africa's portrayed, how Nigeria's portrayed, how expressive the young people are, how expressive the older generations are, from Gen Z to millennials, and the other generations that came before us. I think it's an amazing time for us all, and I think obviously, hopefully we can show in our task what it means to us. Obviously our task is a bit different to the question you just asked me, but in general, I think it means a lot to us all.
And where do you see Africa in 100 years?
I see Africa as, in 100 years as one of the biggest continents. It already is one of the biggest continents, but I just think developing our own stuff without needing so much help from the rest of the world, just taking things to an amazing level. I think we're already doing that in different spaces, in the entertainment space, in the music space, the acting space, the oil space, different spaces. I think we're doing great things already. I do think we take it up a notch, and I think over the next 100 years, generations coming through will be able to do that. I think it's really promising time for us all. Different things, even this platform that I'm currently on, that you've given to me, just the things that we're currently doing, I think it's amazing, and I think it's amazing times. So 2022 to the rest of the world.
Let's talk about the Head of House Games. Once again, your level was victorious. Tell Big Brother how this victory makes you feel and how you think this is impacting the gameplay for the season.
Anything super amazing. It's a massive blessing to be able to spend a month here. I think any single one of us from the jump, from the minute we came in, if you said you're going to do a month without being up for eviction, I think any single one of us would have been like, yes, amazing. So I think big blessing, a lot of grace, and I just think obviously good team, things working well for us. I think a really good level. Obviously we all clash every now and then, but I think a lot of smart individuals, a lot of talented people, and yeah, it's just amazing to be honest. It's really amazing to be on this platform, be here for a month, constantly win head of house, and obviously challenge with level 2. I think the game is different to any game that has been seen before on the Big Brother Nigeria platform from what I've personally seen, and I think it's really fun. I think it's really fun. I think obviously they at level 2 they might not be too happy right now, but if they take it back to when we just started in the first week, they were doing really well. And some people may have looked at us as the underdogs because at the time we looked at ourselves as the underdogs. But obviously as the weeks have progressed, I think we've come up leaps and bounds. So just amazing, man. Just amazing. Feeling really blessed, really happy and thankful.
Speaking of level 2, What are your thoughts on the eviction of Khalid and Ilebaye?
I think it's a lesson for us all, to be honest. I think Khalid was really, really struggling here. And I think that shows that we actually have no idea what's going on outside here. We have no contact with the outside world. We have no information about the outside world. When people are speaking on it in the house and stuff, it's just a guessing game. Nobody knows anything for concrete fact. No one has any information as fact. It's just a guessing game, and as human beings, we'll naturally guess as to what may be going on and what maybe people may be saying out of curiosity, and just the fact that we're young individuals that are just excited about the opportunity that we've been given. But yeah, definitely a shock. Ilebaye as well, like really good looking girl, life of the party, amazing woman, and I think obviously again it just shows us that we don't know what's going on in the public space right now. We don't know who the most loved people are. We don't know who's getting the most support. We just don't know. So at the end of the day, the best thing is just to like enjoy the time you have here, do your best, and hopefully people will fall in love with you. I'm currently trying to advise any housemate that is around me to just be real, keep it real, be themselves. That's what I'm trying to do. And if people love me for that and support me, great. And if they don't, then at least I know that I can leave with my head held high and know that like I was being myself the whole time I was here. So I think it's a massive lesson to also just seeing Khalid and Ilebaye go, and obviously I'm wishing them the best in whatever they venture in from now on.
Big Brother is considering helping level 2 housemates by sending 1 male and 1 female housemates from level 1 to join them. Which 2 housemates do you suggest Big Brother send to level 2, and why?
I genuinely don't know. I genuinely can't answer that question because I don't think it'd be fair for me to answer that. I think that everyone at level 1 loves level 1, and we've been doing really well. So I think sending
Sheggz.
Yes, Big Brother.
Answer the question.
Could I have 20 seconds to just think? Please, Big Brother. Maybe Rachel and Deji.
Why?
I just feel like obviously they're the newest in the pack. The rest of us have kind of been here together since the jump. I think it would be so difficult for anybody from the beginning to make that change right now, especially because we've been going against the other level every single week, every single day. And obviously I think Rachel's quite new, so I think she'll be able to deal with it because she's integrated with our camp, but I don't think massively to the level that the rest of us have. And I think obviously Deji's quite new as well. I think Deji's integrated amazingly well, by the way. Totally love him, one of my good friends here. So I obviously have to nominate someone from what you just said. But yeah, I think because they're the 2 newest, maybe it'll be easier for them to get to know the other camp and connect with them. But I think the rest of us have been here from the start, and it would just be too difficult. I think it'd be so difficult. So that's why that would be my 2 suggestions.
For a moment, let's imagine a surprise eviction on Sunday where a housemate from level 1 is evicted by the public. Who do you think will be evicted and why?
Maybe Rachel again. Nothing personal to her. Just obviously, I don't know who would be up. I don't know if everybody would be up. I don't know how you would do it, Big Brother. Maybe if I'm just going off the fact that she's had the least time here, which means maybe, I don't know what's going on outside, maybe she's made the least impact, I don't know, she might have made a massive impact, she might even have the most supporters, but I think just thinking, like literally, I think maybe I would say Rachel, just because she's the newest.
Is there anything else you would like to discuss with Big Brother?
Not really. I'd like to ask how you think we're doing, just at our level, and how you see things going, and how you think we're doing. I think it would be nice to get an answer from you.
And how are things on your level, Sheggz?
I think they're good currently. I think they're good, but it'd be nice to see from your perspective how you feel as well.
Some honesty will be appreciated first.
Tough at times, obviously in a confined space, 14 housemates. I think you've done a great job. I think yesterday, just like when things were a bit heated, telling us to go out to the garden and stuff and get some fresh air. I think that was really like a good decision and really sweet. But yeah, obviously sometimes really difficult for me. But Adekunle yesterday, I genuinely have nothing against him. I genuinely don't hate him. I don't even want to give that situation any more energy. But I just think obviously maybe we've just kind of like not seen eye to eye on certain topics, and that's obviously ended up in a little bit of an argument.
What caused the argument?
To be honest, being honest with you, Big Brother, I think I've just been suppressing stuff. Initially, from the first couple of weeks being here, I personally felt like he'd been making some snidey comments and snidey jabs towards me, which is not really my style. I just personally feel like if you want to make comments about someone, just make the comments straight to them. I know everybody's different and everybody's personality is different, but I just think be a man about it and just speak up. And then eventually, the day when Deji came in, I mentioned previously that he made a comment that I didn't take lightly and I didn't think it was cool. And it didn't seem like he meant to make the comment. It seemed like it just like slip of tongue, as it like it just came out. But that was obviously how he was genuinely feeling. And yeah, it just started making me feel maybe like I wasn't sure of his personality. This is exactly what I said to Ibuka when he asked me the question on the live show. So it's not that I dislike him, it's not that like I hate him or anything of that sort. It just means I'm not sure of you because of comments that you've made. I think after the live show, I should have addressed it and I should have just said, okay, clearly you've made comments I don't like, clearly you're speaking about me behind my back, which is normal in this environment, but what do you think? Why do you think Bella and I are genuine? I just had a conversation and I think maybe would have been able to move past it. I think that would have been the mature way to deal with this. But I think because I suppressed it, it was just building and building and building. And then obviously yesterday, he was being a little bit dramatic about the food, where we were all trying to be caring and actually like make sure that he had food to eat. And I made a comment that maybe I didn't need to make, and then he made a comment saying I wasn't intellectual, and yeah, it just went off from there.
Sheggz.
Yes, Big Brother.
It is important to listen to another person, be it a loved one or a perceived foe, even when it is uncomfortable, painful, or the last thing you might want to do.
Yes.
Conflict can and should be handled constructively. When it is, relationships benefit. Maybe both of you need to have an honest conversation. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, Big Brother, most definitely. That's been crossing my mind all day, really, as I'm not really the person to hold on to stuff. I don't want any bad blood with anyone. Like I said before, in the rule book, you said something really important about how on the way during the journey, and whilst trying to get to the final, you don't need to lose your conglomerate. So I can't remember exactly what word you used, but yeah. So away from that, like I even think he's a cool person. Like I don't really have anything against him, and I think the conversation will be useful, and I think we might be able to see eye to eye. Because when I came in the house, him and Dotson were two people that I really liked. So clearly stuff was going wrong somewhere, but I agree with you that the conversation is needed and should be had, and will be.
Do you feel better?
100%. I always do, you know, big brother. I think these diary sessions they are really good, and I think I appreciate them, and it's great for us to know that you care. I think that's like an important part of the journey.
Your diary session has come to an end.
Thank you.
You may leave the diary room
Thank
and
you.